Oh, damn. I'm live and it's late again. I might just start calling my stuff the late night show, the open action late night show. Oh, could you hear me? Yeah. Had this volume low, I think. I don't know. So I'm here to talk. I don't know if the title's on there or not. Talk about Tibet. Hey, how you doing? um, now and our kitty and our kitty. Oh my god. So I'm here to talk about Tibet and to show certain stuff about it. And because everybody's always giving some kind of like some awkward a view of it, and they're pretty repetitive with that awkward view without any real grounded idea of the situation. Now let's get to some videos. Oh, no, before that, before we get to videos, uh uh what goes around of not defending Tibet, their Tibetan autonomy. Dude, oh yeah. And so for Tibetan autonomy is uh there's many like leftists that will defend the imperialist actions of China. And you'll see what I mean by that type of thought or wording that I put there too. Okay, because this is actually important, and and people need to really know how to view these things and critique these things, and also understand what they also want for themselves. So in their community. So in Tibet, uh, they want to be free from China's totalitarian rule. Um, uh, and uh, uh, and they want their autonomy, but also they want a diplomatic relationship with China. They actually want a diplomatic relationship with China. That's the part that a lot of people don't think about or bring up. Also, um, but they want their autonomy. They want to have a good relationship, but having full autonomy, and they want their own type of system. And it's actually, listen to this, socialism. They want socialism in Tibet, straight up. And also also Dalai Lama himself is Marxist. The argument that many U.S. leftists or people that are not from even that area or Asian countries is that um, they think they want a feudal system, some old backwards feudal system. Yeah, it's not. It leads to weird things. Nationalism does, and plus, and on the thing on nationalism, also the thing is that state power don't have the power to protect in these present day, um, uh, compared to when probably when uh, when socialism first came out in the early 1900s. It's not the same, but that's a subject for another day. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, they call for socialism, and Dalai Lama himself is a Marxist. He's he's a Marxist. Um, so yeah, they say, oh no, they don't need their freedom. They need to be taken care of by China because they'll implement a feudal system. I go, what the fuck's this old ass feudal system? Like these people are stuck in the past or live in the past, or they repeating this story because of particular dogmatism. That's all it is. Dogma. The dogma controls expression for that. That's all it is. They don't have no idea about Tibetans or the Dalai Lama himself. The Dalai Lama is straight up Marxist. A lot of Tibetans are socialists, maybe not all Marxists, but a lot of socialists. But Dalai Lama himself is a straight Marxist, straight Marxist. But he also does make it clear saying he's not a Leninist. But also at the same time, most countries around the globe are not Marxist Leninists. There's tons of socialist countries, a lot of socialist countries. Only 4 is Marxist Leninist. Okay, China, Cuba, Laos, and Vietnam. That's it. In the whole globe, that's it. Everything else is socialist, and they have Marxist ideas and Marxist leanings in these countries too, but not Marxist Leninists. And this is another thing that people need to think about, because the thing is, times are changing. Okay, and different things work better in a different way than before. And plus, states really don't have the power to protect people anymore, or workers. They, compared to the past, they did before, but now they don't. And there's a reasoning for that. But that's a conversation for another time. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, Marxist was an actual theorist. Lenin was more of like intellectual. He was an intellectual, and only he had the idea of what to do in his time. He's mainly just an intellectual, not a theorist. Well, Marxist is a theorist, and you can. It's more like it lands under like anthropological views, or anthropological um, uh, um, vision, like understanding human beings and human nature and all these things, and grounded it in the idea of economics. So yeah, he's an economic theorist too. But yeah, Dalai Lama was Marxist, is Marxist. And also, I want to share a few like videos, YouTube videos. And also, here's another thing: the Marxist Leninists here in the U.S., they're oblivious of Asian countries and Asian politics and everything too. They don't. They just parrot stuff without understanding actual geopolitics. So what's going on is uh, um, with China. Oh well, I lost my train of thought right now. I was gonna say, oh yeah. So a lot of people here will say they're gonna bring back their feudal system. They don't want to bring that back, their feudal system. They really don't. I know. They know everything. Exactly. It's too weird. They don't understand the full politics in the Asian countries, and how a lot of Asian countries are like freaking socialists, like Nepal, fucking Bhutan, freaking Cambodia. Like everything's literally like socialist there, but they're just not Marxist Leninists. Okay. Like full on socialist. And this is the problem that people don't even get. But with Tibet, they go, oh, they're gonna bring back their feudal system. They need protection from China. Like, what do you mean protection? Do you mean they need their authority, or what's going on? Because Tibetans literally want a socialist system. And also they say, oh, um like, now I'm gonna go back to 1959. I'm gonna go to 1959. 1959, there was a big uprising. You know what these people in the US said? Oh, there was it was getting help from the CIA. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe they were some personalities, or maybe some militant groups. Okay, but the 1959 uprising, whether people are aware of this or not, the Tibetans were rising up against both the feudal lords and China. Both against the feudal lords and China. 1959 uprising. This everybody can look up themselves. Just reality. This is why I get disturbed by it. Everybody's parroting. I don't think people do research, or not research, or not enough like study or reading and stuff like that. They don't look into politics. They're just very reactionary, very jumpy, very hyper. Pop, 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 pop. It's like American culture eating them up, not even realizing what they're saying really. It looks funny to me. But so the Tibetans say, they admit themselves and says it was a feudal system. It was bad. They'll tell you it was bad, and they're not going to deny it. And that's what China takes advantage of. They go, "Oh, it was a feudal system, so we saved them." And Tibetans go, "Yeah, it was a feudal system. It was, and then you know what they say too? They give thanks for that. They give thanks for removing it. But they said, yeah, you removed it, but you replaced it with yourself. Ooh, shit. You see, they want to practice their own culture. They want to practice their own tradition under a form of Tibetan socialism, a particular system, socialism for Tibetans, pretty much. Basically, this is Tibetan struggle was going on in our reality. Tibetan struggle in our reality. The reason why I'm talking about, oh no, yeah, oh man, that's bad. Uh, but yeah, the but they want Tibetan socialism. They want to work together genuinely and build their country up very genuinely. Feudal system gone. They're not coming back with a feudal system. All this stuff that MLs bring up and everything is fucking weird. And so this is hey, what's up? How you doing? And so this is, I'm bringing this up because people need to know about this. Oh, and also, if you want to get a good reading about 1959 in Tibet, it's good to get a book from a guy named Shiring Sakya. Shiring Sakya. I could probably spell it out later, or I'll spell it out now. It's Tsering, Shakya, Shakya. His books are very balanced. He talks about how Tibetans are socialists and he brings up the 1959 uprising and brings up how they're fighting both the feudal system and China to preserve themselves from these powers. Okay. Now I want to share some YouTubes now. So to give an idea what Dalai Lama himself is. And the reason why I'm talking about this now, because Dalai Lama is old. He's old and he's about to pass. And there's a lot of things going on. Yeah, balance his books. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're very balanced. Meaning like he even talks about there's Tibetans that even like that favor China. Even there's Tibetans that favor China too. Okay, and but there's a very overwhelming that wants to have their own country back. So reading his books is very good, and the history that he places in those books will give you a really good idea what Tibetans are now, even today. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna share some videos. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna share a YouTube with Dalai Lama talking for we can hear what he's saying. And his English it might be a little broken, but I can explain what he's saying. And he also brings up feudal systems and all this stuff to give a good idea, because a lot of people they parrot each other, they follow each other, they're like herds. It's weird, it's really trippy, but that's human nature too. It's part of human real stuff. But hold on, let me see. um I'll share audio. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Boom. Oh, cool. Let me see. uh is it on? Oh yeah, it's on. All right. Could everybody see the screen? Yeah. Oh no, don't worry about being drunk or anything. Um, I ain't tripping, man. Uh, uh, Now here's Dalai Lama. I'm gonna put this one on. Oh wait, no, this one's probably too long. Oh wait, hold on. Here's something to hear closely about. Is this loud enough? Yeah, here it goes.
Right. Help me.
Now we're gonna hear this out.
You've been in exile since 1959. Right. Help me with something because time flies and we forget. Why did China exile you?
Oh, that's a long history.
Don't go that
19.
long. Just give me simply.
Oh, simple. They
Okay, okay, I'm gonna pause it here. The reason why he says is a very long story is because it's very complicated. He was building good relations with Mao, okay, but there was a lot of complications within in politics, okay. But he got cut off and said, "Give it a short version." So he's like, "Oh shit, how do I explain this?" But at the same time, they were recognizing the totalitarianism that was kicking in, but it was coming from many different political personalities. Okay, so watch this real quick. I'm gonna pause it.
Chinese forces came to Tibet in the name of liberation, liberate from very dark, what's it, dark, backward, and feudal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, hold on. So you hear what he says? To bring liberation from a very dark, backward feudal system. So a lot of Tibetans, they tell you this. They had a dark thing, and they were finding hope in this, um, in China, with China. They were actually finding hope. They were actually seeing hope, and you'll see as he goes on here.
backward and feudal. Uh, so in principle, that's good. Then you see, they try to control every Tibetan sort of life, including our education, our spirituality. Then they, you see, instead of listen or instead of sort of investigate on the spot, they simply, you see, impose their belief and backed by force. So then things become worse and worse and worse.
You hear that?
So 1954 autumn, I went to Peking. I have several times meeting with Chairman Mao Zedong. At that time, I really developed great hope and confidence. We can work under the leadership of Chairman Mao Zedong.
Okay, you
Actually,
hear that?
I
You
may
hear
share.
that? So he was really hoping because it would to him it was a good thing. Okay, he was developing a relationship with Mao, um, but over time it got complicated. Okay, we're gonna rewind this again. Check this out. Okay, people need to listen closely here.
And actually, I may share one of sort of my view as far as socio-economic
Oh wait,
confidence.
yeah.
We can work under the leadership of Chairman Mao Zedong. And actually, I may share one of sort of my view as far as socio-economic theory is concerned. I'm Marxist. Still, I'm Marxist.
Dalai Lama is straight up freaking Marxist. Marxist. This is why I trip out on like the internet people, or like where you see in the in the social networks, everybody's saying weird shit. Like I don't even understand it really. Is it dogmatism? What are they worried about? Like, is it propaganda coming from China? What is it? What is it? Why are people are so repetitive parroting talking points?
Are Marxist.
so dangerous person in the capitalist country.
Look at that. Look at
You
this.
are a Marxist.
so dangerous person in the capitalist country.
Oh damn.
so
He's
I
dangerous.
really, you see, admire the concept of socialism. But then, eventually, in China proper, you see, then things become very difficult. Totalitarian sort of suppression. And Tibet also.
They exiled you in 59.
Then 1958, 59, things become out of control. Then there's no other option except escape. So
And you've never been back?
no.
Hey guys, Larry here. Thanks for watching me. Be sure.
Now, that's interesting. Let's see this. How do I minimize it? Oh yeah, exactly. So this is what's going on. This is why I'm sharing this. I'm gonna share a couple more videos. Oh yeah, they had it on Larry King. But guess what? I'm reminding people again, you know, these freaking even these liberals couldn't hide it. But then you got all these like kiddo ass MLs, Marxists, Leninists, fucking going, "Oh, the liberals love Dalai Lama." It's like, okay, really? Are you fucking sure about that shit? Because uh you're just giving a narrative and then repeating it like a mantra and making it like, oh, this is real. The neoliberals. Oh my god, dude! Like people need to like calm the fuck down. Because you're gonna look like fucking joke in the future, like a fucking joke, like being so loud, hyper as fuck. You know, you're just gonna make yourself look weird as shit, dude. But there's more videos. There's more videos I'm gonna show. Hold on, where I even show like some really old video. How let me see now. Let's see some more Marxist, some more Dalai Lama Marxism. Let me play this video. Is this video short? Yeah, look at this one. Check this out. Look how many times he says this stuff.
Then what guidance will Tibet in future? I already mentioned.
Oh, look.
Politically.
Look, he's talking about Tibet, the future of Tibet. If he goes back.
Then what guidance will Tibet in future? I already mentioned politically, democracy. Then economically, I prefer more some type of socialism, social democracy, some European country. I think one of my top secret is deep insight as far as socio-economy theory is concerned. I am Marxist.
Oh fuck!
It's not. I mean, it is open.
Oh
many
damn!
Occasions,
straight up Marxist.
Many occasions I express I'm Marxist. So I feel so proud to speak I'm Marxist in the capitalist society.
Shit.
Your Holiness.
Sing it.
Your Holiness, I'm afraid we had promised these students that they would have to go back to school. On behalf of President Turner, Linda and Mitch Hart, the Hart Global Leaders Advisory Board, all of us at SMU.
So yeah, there's another one. I know I'm from California. You can tell, like my accent or something. Yeah, there's revisionism happening. Well, when China started hitting hard with saying they saved them from feudal systems, that came literally like they developed a story behind that. They formulated a good propaganda story, but that came like 4 years later. Literally like 4 years later. You can look that up to their story, like a full story, like formulated, came 4 years later. 4. Okay. So this gives signs of certain aspects of revisionism itself from the country. So that's an interesting thing. This is like a lot of things. These things is like what people don't know. Holiness, yeah, I know. His holiness is you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isaac, this is like interesting stuff. The thing is, there's a lot of people, a lot of socialists that or weird. Socialism grew so fast in the US that there's socialists that will rail against Dalai Lama because they're hearing particular types of propaganda and they're parroting it without understanding what's really going on in the bigger picture, or even Asian politics itself too. China's doing something really weird in Asia right now, and China also right now at this moment has a Cold War. There's a Cold War in Asia that people don't even understand. That was started by, guess what? China. It's weird. It's gonna really hit people in a very strange place. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I'm going to be talking about this stuff, and because I've been watching how things are for a while, and now I'm coming out with a lot of this stuff, and also helping to support Tibetan autonomy and Tibetan freedom, and and also to have their right to have their own Tibetan socialism. So that's what I'm here for. Not being friends with Destiny. Back. I know. That's funny. Yeah, that's interesting. I got to learn how to do like I'm still learning how to do this video stuff. I want to learn how to do the 2-screen stuff or 3-screen, because in the future I also want to bring people up and just talk and interview like people, regular people and stuff. Like I'm a regular dude. I'm just now doing some videos, and I want to just keep doing it and talk about a lot of stuff, because I feel like expressing these things and talking about it and everything, it kind of, I feel like it can maybe help bring some balance of sorts. I hope. I don't know. Maybe I can't do anything, but oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna play another video also. I should debate. Oh, I wonder if I could debate Vosh, but it might be more of a conversation. I wonder what he really what he thinks fully about certain things. Oh yeah, the background. I learned how to do that background thing with the green screen not too long ago. So now I can put like different backgrounds too. This one is just like I use this background because it has train tracks. You see the train tracks? And I just like that because I used to do a lot of train hopping. You know, it was like when one of my hardcore anarchist days a long time ago, like almost 20 years ago, I was used to do a lot of train hopping, you know, wear patches all over my freaking clothes. I was like a grungy kid. So that was but those were my days when I barely started learning and trying to absorb stuff and everything. So, but that was a while ago, but I still love trains. I miss train hopping too. I used to wear like a squatter hat and everything, like, you know, squatter's rights, like, you know, the squatter's right hat, like all that shit. Now I got my own little logo and all that shit. Yeah, exactly. Train hopping. That you can get around. I went to a lot of anarchist spots, a lot of bike shops, repair shops, anarchist coffee shops, train hopping and everything. I went to a big gathering in the Bay Area at Golden Gate Park. I did a lot of these crazy things, but now I'm more grounded, working with different organizations, work with nurses organizations sometimes, you know, yeah, those are the good days. Oh yes, that's what it is, like hippie stuff too. Ever hang out on train hop? Oh yeah, you get train hop my way, dude. You meet people on train hopping. Train hopping is like very anarchistic tradition. They're the grunge kids, you know. They're hobos. You know, work train train hopping working class, basically, just like what Woody Guthrie, basically, to name one. That's like good old stuff. More grounded liberal, yeah. Yeah. Smooth anarchist, great. Yeah, I'm a liberal. I'm a super liberal, not joking. um I'm gonna see. Let's check out some other videos. Let me see. Back. Let me see. What else can we? Oh shoot. Okay. This one is good. This is an old one. This is 6 years ago. But this is Michael Brooks talking about it. This was 6 years ago.
There is a major global religious leader who is a Marxist. You heard that right.
Oh damn.
A Marxist.
This is old.
The Dalai Lama, who, as you know, is the head of the Tibetan community in exile after the Chinese invasion and occupation of that country, and the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhists, and really
this is only
a guy whose charisma and insights have drawn members of the scientific community, drawn members of the medical community, drawn political leaders, drawn certainly actors and movie stars. But also a couple of months ago, the head of the American Enterprise Institute invited the Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama visited and had a nice conversation with them. And, you know, the free market fundamentalists and fanatics, they thought they had a major coup. They got the Dalai Lama. We're tired of liberals having all of the cool things like the best artists and
fucking liberals. Damn fucking liberals. And they're trying to take over all the time. No,
the best music and the best actors and everything else. We want the Dalai Lama. We want Buddhism. We want the compassionate, charismatic figure of the Dalai Lama. We got him. He came here. He said some nice things to us and some nice things about markets. Well, but for those of you who knew something about the Dalai Lama, you know that for many years, the Dalai Lama had been saying things like, economically, I'm a Marxist.
Yep.
If I was voting in an election in America or Europe, I'd vote for the Green Party. And it just so happened that a couple of days ago at a World Peace Summit in India that he was attending, already not a great American Enterprise Institute zone right there, Dalai Lama said, quote, "We must have a human approach. As far as theory, I'm a Marxist. A human approach," and this was at a conference called A Human Approach to World Peace. In capitalist countries, there's a growing gap between rich and poor. In Marxism, there's an emphasis on equal distribution. Well, enjoy that. So if Pope Francis, not a Marxist, more like Carl Polanyi, democratic socialist, but the Dalai Lama, he's all in.
Yep.
Did you hear, folks?
Oh, damn.
That the Dalai Lama
Freaking Rush Limbaugh
came out as not only a Marxist, but a big fan of Saul Alinsky.
Dalai Lama was trained by Saul Alinsky. Rush would have no problem. I'm sure Rush would be happy to do it. The Dalai Lama is no currency for Rush. Rush would be like, "Who Dalai Lama? He Marxist." That's the type of thing.
Does the Dalai Lama think he is?
Oh, damn. Oh, shit. So there you go. Nobody can bank off of that guy, pretty much. Now, yeah. So yeah. And the CPC, yeah. Well, hold on. Let me see. Let me remove this. Actually, the Dalai Lama actually wants a diplomatic. He wants actually a good relationship with China. He mentioned this. Okay, if people, I know this because I follow the Dalai Lama. I support their cause and everything. And plus, it's because we kind of come from the similar lineage. I come from, but it's more my lineage is more based in Kashmir. Okay, I come from the lineage of Machandanath. Also, Tibetans do too. They come from Machandanath, but they call that teacher Minapa. Okay, so I understand all this stuff. I've been following Dalai Lama, so I was aware he was socialist. I was aware he was Marxist. I was aware of this stuff already. That's why when I watch things and people say stuff, it's like, what's going on? It trips me out. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, what is going on? And now, yes, Dalai Lama actually wants to have friendly relations with China. They want to work with China, but they want their autonomy, and they said they want their Tibetan socialism. That's it. This it's not that hard. Why such control over Tibet when there's that concept is open to people? And also I'm what you call like a municipalist socialist, so I understand these that in my thought decentralization is important, and also a form of unity within that, and also everybody working together. Okay, so I can easily see this. I'm not like my mind is not in that like some kind of try to stand up for some nationalistic view, like a dogma or something. So I can get there. Okay, so now another thing about Tibetans, they already have a governing body, it's literally called the Exile Government of Tibet. They already have a governing body, and they have a voting system, and they have a vote. They have a voting system. It's fine. Um, uh, Internationally, and they also have a thing called the Green Book. Okay, the Green Book. Now I'm going to describe this stuff now. So they actually, in a way, what they have developed is kind of a form of dual power. It's not really dual power because it's a government in exile. Okay. The reason why they developed this system, because if anything happens, they already have a governing system and it goes right into Tibet. There's no vacuum. It's already set up. And they elect the president and everything. Yeah, Dalai Lama is not a leader. He's a monk, yeah, a leader of monks, yeah, but yeah, he's not a leader. But where they choose a president, their own elected official, and this happens internationally with all the Tibetans that live here in the United States, or that live here, that live in India, that live in Nepal or Bhutan and stuff, and they have this voting system. They all participate, and it's really cool. It's really interesting. And they also have political officials and everything. And also they got a green book. The Green Book, what the Green Book does is a thing where Tibetans pay a voluntary what's it called, a tax, or a voluntary funding, and through that they fund their system. Okay, and through that funding they hold, that funding goes into Tibet. So when they move back into Tibet, they have a system established. Okay, they have a total system established, and this book is called the Green Book. It's like a list of Tibetan names in it. It's like international an international thing, but it's Tibetan governance. So this is Tibetan socialism. Hey, big fudge. Oh yeah. Oh cool. From Twitch. I'm also talking to people on Facebook. I'm just saying hi to somebody on Twitch right now. I'm also on YouTube all at the same time. So I'm just jumping back and forth on comments and stuff. So just saying, just for people won't get confused. They have this Green Book, and this Green Book is they fund their exile government in exile. Okay, so there's no vacuum. So in a way, though, is to prevent a vacuum from happening. This is why I also talk about dual power, or having dual power structures, because when you have dual power, you avoid having a vacuum when anything happens, or when a collapse comes, or anything. So in case anything happens, they already have a system developed. And in case even China collapse or something happens with China, they already have a system in place, and they won't leave out a vacuum. Boom, right into Tibet and bring on their funding. Okay, so they have that also. So this is the stuff I want to talk about. This is the stuff I wanted to bring up, because just to give people an idea, because the whole thing saying, oh, they're feudal lords, they're going to bring back feudalism. Oh, Dalai Lama was a feudal lord. I go, Lamas ain't lords. What the hell? Lamas ain't lords. What are you talking about? maybe like, spiritual leaders or spiritual teachers. Yeah. But it's like, what the fuck? People are saying so much really ignorant stuff, and at the same time they don't even know how they look or how they sound to other people, or people from these Asian countries or from Tibet or from these traditions. It just people don't look not good. It's like if somebody wants to say something to me or argue with me or whatever, it's like, okay, you think you look so cool, but yeah, you look so cool to your echo chamber. So your little tiny circle on it in the interwebs, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's just straight up what it is. They don't see what's happening. What is the real story? Um, oh, it's been laggy. Oh shit. Oh man. I wonder. Let me check my speed real quick. Let me see the speed here. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, slow down a little bit. Uh is it because it's raining outside? Might be raining. Okay, almost done checking the speed. Cool. Yeah, the speed is still fine. You haven't been like, oh, okay. It's for some people. I see. Yeah, because the speed is decent. This slowed down a little bit, I think, because it's raining. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is why I also talk about dual power, developing dual power, or I talk about municipalistic tactics that we can take here in the United States, like an obvious actual plan and strategy that we can work on. Okay, I like to talk about that. I'm going to be talking about that even more, later on. Today I'm talking about Tibet, but I'm going to talk about dual power and what we can do on that process. And so if anything happens, we got a grip. Okay. The community is together, but it all has to be like having local assemblies and everything. It kind of works the same as when you're in a party. Like if you worked in a party, political party and stuff, it's like similar. You do door knocking and different projects, like different things, or outreach and stuff. So same thing, not hard. Well, you deal with people, but yeah. And from there you work from there. Oh shit, it lagged. Oh, it's been cutting out. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about with Tibet. Tibetans are not fucking feudalist, okay? Not even the Dalai Lama himself is feudalist. I can get a lot more onto it. I'm gonna get you to the last part and why Asian countries may be having problems with China now. And I'm gonna go into some history. And this has to do with why China took Tibet. The real reason of why. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. Why China taking Tibet? Tibet has nothing. You be like, why did they have Tibet? They have nothing. It's a pure desert, and it's true. It's desert. So what is it that they have? It's a secret jewel in Tibet. Okay, a treasure in Tibet, and that treasure is the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayan mountains reside in Tibet. What does the Himalayan mountains have? They have water. The Himalayan mountains waters is the main source of water for all Asian countries. Holy damn. Okay. So if China has control of the Himalayan mountains, they have control of a lot of Asian countries. Okay. This is literally what the political move was on Tibet, because Tibet has nothing. And it kind of sucks that China has to go in Tibet, make them farm wheat. How do you make somebody farm wheat? And Tibetans were already farming barley, like barley, because barley don't need any water. It's like water once a week or once, 2 times a week. Like hardly no water for barley. So they grew barley. They ate. Their main source was barley, not wheat, not wheat. And China forced them, imposed on them not to grow barley no more and to grow wheat for Chinese population also. They literally did that. And there was a major famine going on, major starvation going on at that time. You can look that up too. You can research that yourself. So that's one thing. But the main thing, the reason why they took Tibet was because of the Himalayan mountains. And the Himalayan mountains right there is the water source for all the Asian countries there, that runs through the Asian countries. Water source. Right now, at this moment, China is having a Cold War with India. And guess what they're doing now? They're limiting the water supply to all the Asian countries, Nepal, Bhutan, all that region. All that region. You know what that is called? That is literally the main definition of imperialistic power. Control of resources of other countries. Yeah, so there you go. Water. That is the jewel. That is the treasure. The Himalayan mountains. And that's not cool. So it's not just Tibet. And I will actually share a lot of news of what's happening and the pressures that yeah, but China, good checkmate, exactly. But this is what's going on. If people are not aware of Asian news, I'm aware of Asian news because I have friends that live in Asia. I'm connected with friends there. I have teachers in Asia, and especially like West Bengal, Kashmir, and everything. I travel there, so I know exactly directly what's happening there. What's happening here is people just have like this American mindset, like what, like I don't know. It's very it's like lack of knowing what's going on, lack of connection with people, lack of everything. They probably pick up a book or newspaper and they think they know it all. But even those, they can find truth through those books and newspapers too, anyways. Yes, yeah. It's open warfare, exactly. It's Cold War too, because India's militaristic power and China's militaristic power pretty much equals on the same ground. Okay. China can be a little bit stronger, but it's so close that it's literally a freaking Cold War right now in between China and India. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is the part that people are not aware of. Like, wow. And guess what? There's a lot of socialist countries over there. A lot of socialists over there. And China's playing this game on them. And then you got Americans going, oh, China's so great because they call themselves socialist. It's like, okay, cool. It's weird. It's fucking strange. It's really weird. Mm. Yeah. Well, war happens, whether legal or illegal. There's some imperialistic stuff going on in those regions there. And there's some stuff that happened also between Sri Lanka and China. Oh, I know Americans ain't in general, but there's a lot of Marxist Leninists, or is like people are a lot of, what are they? Xi Jinping thoughts or something. Some of these people call themselves Yeah, American MLs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I see. Yeah, they like have unchecked fucking praise. Like it's like what? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Isaac. Exactly. That's the thing. And that's why I came on here to talk about it and stuff. And also to show that even Dalai Lama himself is Marxist, socialist, but they want their like Tibetan style socialism. They want their system. They align with that economic type of thought. It's simple. There is also it's Tibetan Buddhism is Buddhist socialism. You can look up Buddhist socialism and you'll see a list of names of Buddhists, and you'll see even Dalai Lama's name is under Buddhist socialism, and you can get even a better idea of what it is or what was going on too. Um, so yeah, but yeah, that's what I wanted to come on about. I just wanted to talk about it, like let some steam out, not steam, but like just like release this out, like because a lot of stuff I see, is like how people express things or talk about things. It's like what? It doesn't make sense. Oh hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I'm a nomad. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just weird how and the thing is leftism, socialism has grown so fast in the United States the past few years. And I think what's happening is people just jump to gun to everything because people have a conditioning like of reactionary. It comes from reactionary culture. So they still are having this reactionary conditioning, even though they're not really reactionary now, or like they're learning, there's a really good thing. But they need to like slow down and then ground, and then you become really strong, and then you help the movement. And also we gotta like build due power. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, so that's what I'm here for. So we gotta come at things with like a grounded, strong presence, and that's what brings that's what gives the movement strength. So and also there's a lot going on in the political arena, even in America, that's not good. I'm going to say I'm personally into electoralism. I'm into an aggressive revolution, and we have to have one of those. And I'm also into building dual power on the ground. All, all of it, all of it. I'm not going to be choosy. I'm not going to be dogmatic. None of this stuff, because the reason why I'm into all of it, because I'm into evolving. But I also see that capitalism will crush its own self, especially with the coming age of automation. It will crush its own self. Okay. It'll crush its own self. Oh, here's another thing about the situation. Like, so I'm into third world revolutions, like third world countries bringing up the revolutions because they have the ability to do that. We don't really have it here yet. Okay. I'm into third world stuff like this because when they have their revolutions and they boot out the liberals, right? They boot out these capitalist people. The problem is they come back and they have to now, since they can't take advantage of third world countries over here, they start to fight to try to lower your wage, or they try to create heavy stagnation. And what happens that it's kind of like a form of accelerationism. Like with third world revolutions is what helps us, because what happens is we get hit by the situation, and then the capitalists turn on us, and because they're more concerned with profit. Okay. Yeah, the Wild West. Yeah. So the capitalists are concerned with profit. So what happens is the workers here starts to feel a lot more pressure. And then what happens is the union starts to react, workers organization starts to react. Okay. That's what starts us off. But in our reality, we can't have that, because guess who empowers these corporate lords? China, China. Even if all that happens, China is supporting these elites. Okay? I don't think people thought about this because you know why? We're not processing ideas. We're not seeing things globally. We're not being theoretical or anything. Okay? I'm just giving, this is a theory. This is an idea. So what happens is it won't happen. It won't accelerate a certain way here. Okay? Because of China. That's another one. Walmart workers in China, okay, were protesting for because of the working conditions. They were protesting. They can't have an intense, aggressive revolution either in China either. They're very powerful and interesting state or a particular situation that's been established there. So the Walmart workers were protesting in China, okay, about their payment, raising the wage to be able to pay the because the cost of living is high. Yeah, poverty is been taken out, or the rate, but whatever that means. But the cost of living is still to the edge, just like here. Yeah. So the Walmart workers were protesting in China, and so you got Walmart Corporation there. Walmart is there, okay, and they pay them like what? I think it's like $1 or something a day or an hour. I'm not sure. I gotta look that up. So they were protesting, and China ignored the workers, protesting, and then what happened was since they noticed that China was ignoring them, they come out and pull out the Chinese Communist Constitution to read it to the government or to the state. They were reading it. Okay, they pull out the Chinese Communist Constitution, and they read it, and they read certain amendments in there where the state had to back up the workers. They had to back them up because the state is kind of like this one big giant union for them. You know, when like say corporations come in, they post to back up the workers. He want to steal our jobs. Yeah, no, that can't happen. Jobs expand. They expand no matter what. Oh, whether it's like co-op, corporation, doesn't matter. They want to steal our jobs. So what happened was they read the Constitution to the state, and the state still ignored them, even after reading the Communist Constitution to back up the workers. It's like they spit in their own constitution. What pap? They go back to work. Because you know what? Their main economy, the main deals that they make with these corporations is cheap labor. That's what they're known for. It's really weird. That's what corporations go there for. So even if third world countries bring up their revolution, boot things out, boot the corporate, it, it's not gonna do anything. China is backing them up. Also, China during COVID have actually boosted the wealth of the billionaires 1.5 more than the U.S. Also, so that's another interesting thing. You can look into that. Look into COVID and billionaires in China. They got more than what the billionaires here got. So that's a very interesting thing. So it's like the same damn exact system. Same exact system. Almost feels that way. Because even the billionaires got richer during COVID. That's interesting. And like a lot of people here got pissed off over that. The people need the bailout. People need the help, not these corporations, right? But if they were in China, I bet you they would be pissed off over that same thing. It's just they don't see it. They just don't see it. It's just what it is. That's all I'm going to bring up. But I just wanted to talk about Tibet. This is mainly about Tibet, and also how China is really treating the Asian countries. There's a lot more news going on. There's more recent events that happened between China and Sri Lanka. Also, Sri Lanka is an island off of India. It's a different Asian country. Now, stuff has started with Sri Lanka. A lot of stuff is happening in the Asian politics. A lot. And this is something that people are not aware of, and it's really interesting. And there's countries that China has put force on them, force with trade deals or in the economic field. So, man, there's a lot going on. But yeah, I'm just came here because I stand up for Tibetans and Tibetan freedom and Tibetan socialism. So that's what I came here for. And also, Dalai Lama says, yeah, he says he's Marxist, but he's not a Leninist, but he's Marxist. So it's just like any other country out there. Oh, thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this stuff. I'll be coming on more often, and I'll be talking about different things. I'll even talk about municipalist tactics and dual power stuff, that also, because I think that will be good, where communities can work building something, so yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for showing up, everybody, from Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. How do I stop this now?